In today's video, we'll explore how to convert and cast variables to numbers in C#. This skill allows you to manipulate numerical data more effectively. In C#, working with data often involves changing its type. This process is known as either conversion or casting. Conversion is when we transform one data type into another. A common example is converting a string into a number. Casting, on the other hand, is the process of explicitly changing from one numeric type to another. For example, if you're working with a double variable, but you need to store its value in an integer, you can use casting. In C#, strings often come from user input or external data sources like files or APIs. To perform calculations or numerical operations, we must convert these strings into numeric types such as integers or doubles. The toInt32 method is part of the convert class in C#. It converts a compatible string representation of a number into an integer. This is useful when you need to work with whole numbers. Here, the string number text contains 42. Using convert toInt32, we transform this string into an integer type and store it in the variable number. It's important to note that the string must be a valid representation of an integer. If it contains decimal points or non-numeric characters, the method will throw an error. If you have to convert the string to a decimal value, you can use the toDouble method of the convert class. The convert toDouble method converts a string representation of a number into a double. This is useful for working with floating point numbers such as prices, weights, or measurements. Here, the string number text contains the value 42.58. Using convert toDouble, we transform this string into a double type and store it in the variable number. As with the convert into32 method, the string must be a valid representation of a decimal number. If it contains non-numeric characters, the method will throw an error. Casting is the process of explicitly converting one numeric type into another compatible numeric type. It allows you to convert types such as double to integer or float to double, but it requires you to acknowledge the potential loss of data. Casting only works between compatible numeric types. For example, you can cast from double to integer, from integer to float, or from float to double. Incompatible types like string to integer cannot be cast and require conversion methods instead. In this example, we have a double variable named pi with the value 3.14. To cast that value as an integer, we use the int type encased in parentheses. Doing this explicitly casts the value into an integer value. When printed, the value is 3. Notice how the decimal portion, 0.14, is discarded during the process. This is called truncation. It doesn't round the number, it simply removes the fractional part. When working with numbers, there are many scenarios where you'll want to round them to a specific precision. In C#, the math.round method provides a simple way to handle this. The math.round method can round a number to the nearest integer. For example, rounding 3.65 gives us 4 because it's closer to 4 than it is to 3. You can also specify the number of decimal places to round to. For instance, rounding 3.65789 to 2 decimal places gives us 3.66, as the third digit 7 pushes the rounding up. In this video, we explored how to convert strings into integers and decimals using convert toInt32 and convert toDouble, as well as how to cast between numeric types. Give it a try by practicing with your own variables. For more coding tips and in-depth tutorials, visit breakpointcoding.com. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more bite-sized programming lessons.